meeting. Any motion from the members?
Mr. Chairman, may I move that we dispense with the reading of the minutes of the previous meeting held on February 18, 2026 and move for its approval. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Second. Motion to dispense with the reading and approval of the same is hereby approved. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming to the third meeting of the TRICOM. My esteemed co-chair, Jobo Aquino, Chair of the Committee on Public Information, honorable members of the Joint Committee, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, magandang umaga po lahat sa atin. For the information of everyone, this is the continuation of the hearing of the TRICOM Committee, composed of the Committee on Public Order and Safety, Information and Communications Technology, and Public Information on the privileged speeches of Representative Robert H. Barbers delivered in the plenary on December 4, 2024, entitled Social Media Bloggers, and on December 16, 2024, entitled Bagong Pilipinas Condemn China Fake News. We convene today to continue our crucial inquiry into the pervasive issues of fake news and misinformation that have increasingly threatened our democratic processes, societal cohesion, and individual understanding of truth. In an age where information is at our fingertips, the challenge of discerning fact from fiction has never been more pronounced or more critical. Hindi na po biro-biro ito dahil nagpalaganap na ng mga fake news. Sagad na at walang pakundangan ang mga taong responsable sa pagpakalat nito sa mga epekto sa taong kanilang pinupuntirya. At pati na rin sa bansa, no one is safe. Wala nang sinasanto. As we delve deeper into this inquiry, we recognize that the impacts of misinformation are manifold, affecting everything from public health to political discourse, and from social justice movements to personal relationships. Fake news does not merely distort reality, it breeds distrust, fuels division, and undermines the very fabric of informed citizenry that is essential to a thriving democracy. We are here to examine the mechanisms that allow misinformation to proliferate, from social media algorithms that prioritize engagement over truth, to the role of various sectors in producing and disseminating false narratives. We must also consider the responsibilities of technology companies, government bodies, and individuals in combating this insidious threat. Moreover, this inquiry aims not only to highlight the problems we face, but to seek solutions. Together, we must explore effective strategies of media literacy, the regulation of digital platforms, and the promotion of credible sources of information. Our commitment to safeguard our collective future from the dangers of misinformation is paramount. To make this hearing more productive, we have invited various resource persons from government agencies, social media influencers, and representatives from social media platforms to explore how they can help address the proliferation of fake news in our country. As mentioned, we are also seeking the expertise of government agencies tasked with combating fake news to understand the extent of their authority and the steps they have taken to address this issue. As we engage in our witnesses and panelists today, I urge all of us to approach this inquiry with open minds and a collaborative spirit. It is only through thoughtful dialogue and a concerted effort that we can uphold the integrity of information and empower individuals to become discerning consumers of news. I look forward to a productive hearing today as we work together to address and mitigate the impacts of fake news and misinformation in our society. Maraming salamat po. May I now recognize my co-chair, Congressman Joby Aquino, for his opening statement.
Thank you, Honorable Johnny Pimentel. Good morning to all of you. Let me extend my gratitude to my colleagues who are here today and on Zoom. My appreciation is also to the resource persons for taking the time to attend our hearing. Your presence signifies your commitment to find a lasting solution to the rampant spread of false information on social media. During the past two meetings, we have heard our resource persons discuss the information disorder and its impact on our society. The academe has laid the foundation by explaining the various types of information disorder, how troll accounts and fake news are produced, the consequences of spreading disinformation, and the strategies that we can utilize to combat false narratives on social media. The concerned government agencies presented the actions they have undertaken so far in response to this issue and the challenges that they have encountered. Likewise, the independent media organizations walk us through the fact-checking process, while social media influencers share their experience in creating social media content. Given the recent surge in disinformation posts, it becomes more imperative to explore effective countermeasures. Today, as we continue the joint inquiry, I encourage everyone to actively participate in the discussion. Let us put a stop to the spread of false information that undermines democratic institutions and processes, as well as distorts the way we perceive social realities. Together, let us dissect and uncover the underlying causes of this issue so that we can once and for all push for the policies that would create a social media environment that promotes a culture of responsible social media use, respectful of people's rights and dignity. We have a short video to show to all to provide context on why we're here in this inquiry. Can we have the video, please?
Comsec,
Comsec?
can you please present the video? Since they are still preparing the video, before we proceed to other matters, may I request the committee secretary to acknowledge the members of Congress present?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Good morning. For today's meeting, I'd like to acknowledge the presence of the following members of the Joint Committee. We have Chairperson Jose Joby Aquino. We have Vice Chairperson Romeo Acop. We have the Deputy Majority Leader Francisco Paulo Ortega. Representative Bienvenido Abante. Representative Rodante Marcoleta. Representative Joseph Stephen Caraps Paduano, Representative Franz Castro, Deputy Majority Leader Jude Asidre, Representative Geraldine Roman, Representative Jefferson Congun, Representative Amparo Maria J. Zamora. Online, Mr. Chair, Your Honors, we have the following: Representative Sani S.L. Lagon, Representative R. Nancy Panaligan, Representative and Vice Chairperson of the Committee on ICT, Igmedio Tanhuatco III, Vice Chairperson Jerdin Jesus Romualdo, Representative Antonio Tony Pet Albano, Deputy Speaker Janet Garin, Deputy Majority Leader, Deputy Speaker Roberto Puno, Representative Raul Buboy Tupas, Representative Robert Ace Barbers, Representative Trixie May Cardema, Representative Roberto Uy, Representative Bambi Emano, Representative Renante Arrogancia, Representative Jaime Castro, Jane Castro, Representative Ed Christopher Go. That's all, Mr. Chair, Your Honors. Thank you.
Is the video presentation ready already? Okay, please proceed with the video presentation. It seems that there is a technical problem, so while waiting for the video presentation, ComSec, can we acknowledge the resource persons present?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. For today's hearing,
Before you proceed, may I request the resource persons, once your name is called, please raise your right hand so we can recognize you.
thank you, Mr. Chair. For today's hearing, we're happy to have it as the following resource persons. From the Anti-Money Laundering Council, we have Attorney Romeo Trujillo. From the Bureau of Internal Revenue, we have Attorney Mon Michael Uy. From the Commission on Elections, we have Director John Rex Laudianco and Attorney Maria Lourdes Fogoso Alcain. From the Cybercrime Investigation and Coordination Center, we have Undersecretary Alexander Ramos, the Executive Director, Attorney Alvin Navarro, the Director for Anti-Cybercrime Policy Planning and Legal Affairs. From the Department of Information and Communications Technology, we have Director Rodil Anibal and Mr. Anthony Martin Co. And I understand Undersecretary Jeffrey Iandi will be joining us a little later, Your Honors. From the Department of Justice, we have State Counsel Attorney Kirsten Bautista. From the National Bureau of Investigation, we have Attorney Joshua Raimundo, Anthony Alfred Vita, and the Executive Officer Israel McPenny Bausa. From the National Telecommunications Commission, we have Attorney Kathleen J. Lo Egipto. From the Philippine Coast Guard, we have Commodore J. Tariela. From the Philippine National Police, we have Police Major General Nicolas Torre, Police Colonel Andres Simbahon, Police Colonel Larry Buansi, Police Lieutenant Colonel Anacleto Daliva, Police Colonel Columbo Alan Aberia, and Police Captain Yvette Balaudan. From the Supreme Court, from the Presidential Communications Office, we have Secretary J.B. Cruz and Undersecretary Claire Castro. From the ByteDance Philippines or TikTok Philippines, we have Ms. Pichi Paderna and Ms. Bea Bautista. From Vera Files, we have Ms. Ellen Tordesillas, the President and Co-Founder. From the Press One Philippines, we have Mr. John Hart Alawigan and Mr. Lei Jensen San Diego. Also, we have the following resource persons: Ms. Elizabeth Joey Cruz, Ms. Ethel Pineda, Ms. Crisette Laureta Chu, Mr. Mark Anthony Lopez, Attorney J.V. Aspiras, Dr. Richard Tesoro Mata, and Attorney Trixie Cruz Angeles. Mr. Chair, I would like to also acknowledge the presence of Congressman Ramon Rodrigo Gutierrez. That's all, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Your Honors.
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
yes, may I also request the committee to acknowledge the presence of Mr. Anton Mauricio, who is a Board of Trustee of the Global AI Council, and who could contribute to our discussions today.
Okay,
Yes,
thank you.
and another person who is Ai Ubaldo, Executive Director of the Creators and Influencer Council and Blockchain Council of the Philippines.
Is she present in the room right now? Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Before we proceed, may I request those resource persons who have not yet taken their oath to please rise, and I'm directing the COMSEC to administer the oath. All the resource persons who have not taken their oath. COMSEC, please administer the oath.
Those who are attending for the first time, please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this inquiry? Please respond with "I do." Thank you. Please take your seat.
45 seconds.
45 seconds or 45 minutes? What is the content of the video?
It's about providing context to what Chair Joboy Aquino said, false narratives and false information.
Ano bang pwedeng ready dyan? Ano, what video is ready? Yung kay Marcoleta o yung sa presentation natin? May problema yung presentation natin. Okay na ba?
Ito.
Anyway, while they are preparing the presentations, the discussions on this hearing will be focused on several issues. One, vloggers. Two, social media platforms, platform policies and enforcement, algorithms and content moderation, fact-checking program, process of taking down posts, advertising and monetization. Number three, independent media organizations, involvement in fact-checking initiatives like Check.Philippines, database of fake posts and peddlers, engagement with the public, key insights and experience. And the government agencies, if they will have any presentation or statement, NBI, DICT, BIR, AMLAC, PNP, COMELEC, and PCO, of course. And number five, I don't know if we have celebrities here, but celebrities who are victims of fake news, and then afterwards we'll proceed to the interpellation. Okay na ba ang presentation?
Mr. Chair,
Representative Abante.
if we don't have the presentation yet, I don't think that we have already recognized all of the resource speakers. We would like to ask that all of them be recognized today.
Is there anyone from the resource persons that have not been acknowledged? Yeah, can you take the microphone and then introduce yourself, please?
Magandang umaga po. Ako po si Mary Jean Kiambao Reyes or MJ Kiambao po sa Facebook.
Good morning po, Mr. Chair. Si Aaron Peña po, Old School Pinoy po. Thank you po.
Meron pa bang iba? Wala na?
Rina Seco po for Manila Broadcasting Company.
Okay. Yes. Please recognize yourself.
Mark Gamboa po.
From?
Vlogger po.
Okay.
Mr. Chair, I remember also the committee committed during the last hearing that I attended that we will also invite representatives from Philippine Inquirer and Philippine Star because of the issue that I raised. I raised then the issue that we are not only concerned with the fake news and the false narratives and false information being peddled in our society, but we are concerned as well with the truth that are being suppressed. Truth that might have given enlightenment and further information for our people, but they were deliberately and intentionally being suppressed for reasons that they themselves know. This is also alarming as well, Mr. Chair. So, I was promised by the committee last time that in the next hearing, representatives from these two giant broadsheets will also be invited to shed light on the
Representative
information that is...
Marcoleta, according to the COMSEC, the representatives from Philippine Daily Inquirer and ano yung isa? Philippine Star
Yes, Mr. Chair.
were present during the last hearing. However, accordingly, there were no members who asked questions to them. So, is there any representative from Inquirer and Philippine Star at the moment? Wala. So then maybe we can invite them next time. We did not include them anymore today because they were already present during the last hearing.
Does that follow, Mr. Chair, that because nobody questioned them in the last hearing, they can simply absent themselves today?
We required them to attend the last hearing. And now, we have invited other resource persons. May I inquire from the COMSEC, were they invited today? So that we will be fair. According to COMSEC, Congressman Marcoleta, the Philippine Daily Inquirer and Philippine Star were not invited.
So we know the reason why they were not invited today, Madam Chair. The COMSEC has the liberty to decide on this, or the chairperson are the ones who are authorized to decide on whether to invite people or not.
Kong Marcoleta, you know the process. For every hearing, we have a set of resource persons to be invited.
I know that, Mr. Chair.
yun
But
ang
what I'm
ginagawa
saying
natin.
is,
No.
what I'm saying is there was a
They were not-
commitment.
It is already very clear that they were not invited today. Because, to be fair with them, they were present during the last hearing and nobody asked questions. Kaya nga, hindi na sila inibita because we are focusing on other resource persons.
Kaya nga po, yun ang
So if
gusto
that
kong
is-
itanong.
If that would be the case, if you would like to really insist, then we will invite them. Or if you want, if you can wait, we will call them and have them come here to send a representative. But let's not make this an issue. This will delay the hearing.
I am
Comsec,
not
can you
making
please,
this an issue, Mr. Chair. I
please-
am simply asking kung sakali pong hindi sila
Hindi nga natin
natanong.
na-imbita, Congressman Marcoleta. I'm
Yun nga
sorry
po,
to
why
say.
would the COMSEC decide by themselves? Sana po yung chair ang magdi-decide. Yun lang naman po ang punto. The
They will-
COMSEC cannot decide on who to invite or who cannot be invited. And chair po ang may prerogative.
It was a prerogative of the chairman not to invite them because they were not asked questions already. In fairness to them, they were diligent in attending the previous hearing, but unfortunately, nobody asked them a question. So it would be redundant to ask them to be present here again. So let me now
And-
proceed, Mr. Marcoleta, to other matters.
May I ask that the short video, Mr. Chair, be shown because that will provide context already.
Okay. In that case, COMSEC, please.
ng Iglesia ni Manalo. Iglesia ni Manalo na Diablo na nagsasabing iglesia daw ni Kristo. Itong si Marcoleta ay talagang demonyo din na katulad po ni Kibuloy. Paano ko nasabi? Mamaya po papaliwanag ko sa inyo kung gaano po kademonyo yung putang inang Marcoletang ito. Itong malaking matang itong diputang ito na masasabi mo talagang diablo rin katulad ni Kibulok.
Mr. Chair, yung vlogger na yan, ang pangalan niya sa social media is Epifanio Labrador. Hindi ko po siya kilala. Narinig po ninyo kung murahin niya yung aking relihiyon na kinabibilangan. At pati po ako pinagmumura niya, tinawag po niya akong demonyo, lahat. Pero hindi po ako kumikibo. Ang sinasabi ko lang, kung tayo talaga ay i-address po natin ang mga ganitong klaseng paninira na mga narratives, ay siguro po pati itong mga ganitong klaseng tao ay may patawag din natin. Ako po, kahit na po ano pang sabihin nila, I will just stay as I am, as transparent and as accountable as I am. Because right now, what we need are people that can probably criticize us to the height of even abusing their rights. Pero ako po, walang problema sa kanila. Ay darating din po ang panahon that these people will be rendered useless. At wala nang maniniwala sa kanila until time will come na masasabi ng tao that they are stupid, useless people and they are simply liars. Tayo po ang ating role lang basta ayusin lang po natin ang ating pagsisilbi. Kahit ano pong sabihin nila sa atin. Tingnan po niyo yung pagmura nila sa akin. Wala naman po akong hindi ko po nga kilala yan Kung murahin niya po ako parang kayo po, narinig po ninyo lahat kung anong pinagsasabi niya. But people, I think, will not believe him. Dahil hindi po ako yun, yung sinasabihan niya. Maraming salamat po, Mr. Chair.
That is precisely the objective of this hearing, Representative Marcoleta. So, are you requesting that Mr. Epipanyo be called to be invited for the next hearing?
By all means, Mr. Chair, I will thank you for that.
Comsec, please take note. The said person that has been mentioned earlier by Representative Marcoleta will be invited for the next hearing. Before we proceed, may I acknowledge the presence online of Representative Mix Villafuerte, Representative Sandro Gonzales.